Big news from Camp Nou. Barcelona are inching closer to a major squad boost as goalkeeper Joan Garcia's recovery is right on schedule after knee surgery. Plus, the club faces a crucial decision with a €35 million offer from Saudi Arabia for Robert Lewandowski. Will they cash in or keep their star striker? Tonight's match against Elche is a must-win as Barca look to close the gap on Real Madrid, with returning stars like Lewandowski and Dani Olmo pushing for minutes. But with injuries still affecting the squad, Hansi Flick will have to carefully manage his lineup. Stay tuned for full updates on player fitness, transfer drama, and tactical insights ahead of this key La Liga clash. Barcelona superstar's recovery, on schedule. Timeline set for his return. Barcelona have received a much-needed boost in the form of encouraging news about goalkeeper Joan Garcia's recovery. According to a fresh report from Marca, the 24-year-old shot-stopper is making strong progress from his recent injury setback and could partially rejoin team training in the coming days. The Catalan goalkeeper had undergone arthroscopic surgery on September 27 to repair a tear in the medial meniscus of his left knee. At the time, the estimated recovery window was 4 to 6 weeks, and encouragingly, Garcia appears to be right on schedule. The report suggests that his rehabilitation has gone smoothly, and the Barcelona medical team is satisfied with the way his knee is responding to treatment. No fixed timeline yet. Earlier this week, there were optimistic whispers that Garcia might even return for tonight's Elche clash. However, the club has chosen to remain cautious by not confirming any specific return date. What is clear though is that Garcia's return to training, the first major step towards full reintegration, is now imminent. At present, Garcia continues to train individually, steadily increasing his workload under the supervision of Barcelona's fitness staff. The signs are promising as he is reacting to the sessions well and is showing no discomfort. Will exercise patience. Yet, while optimism is high inside the dressing room, Hansi Flick is determined not to rush his comeback. The plan is to ensure Garcia returns only when he's fully ready, reducing the risk of a recurrence. There is even talk that the goalkeeper could make the squad for next week's game against Celta Vigo, though this will depend on how his knee responds to the upcoming training sessions. If Barcelona's medical staff decide to give Joan Garcia more time to recover, he is likely to be fully fit only after the upcoming international break, probably ready to play in the match against Athletic Bilbao on November 22nd, which also marks Barcelona's return to Spotify Camp Nou. Meanwhile, Barcelona face a tough decision regarding their veteran striker, Robert Lewandowski. Reports from Fishages reveal that the club has received a €35 million offer from a Saudi Arabian team ahead of the January transfer window. Lewandowski, whose contract runs until 2026, remains a key player for Barcelona's attack. However, with no plans to extend his contract, there's a real possibility he could leave on a free transfer next summer. That makes the current offer quite tempting for Barcelona, as €35 million is a significant sum for a player nearing the later stages of his career. From a financial standpoint, accepting the Saudi offer would provide the club with much-needed income and also reduce their wage expenses, helping stabilize their finances. On the other hand, from a sporting perspective, selling Lewandowski mid-season poses risks. His experience, goal-scoring ability, and leadership are vital to the team, especially given their injury problems. Losing him now could weaken Barcelona's chances in their title race and other competitions. In short, Barcelona must carefully weigh the financial benefits against the potential impact on their sporting ambitions before making a final call. With the team already hit by a string of injuries this season, losing Lewandowski midway through the campaign could seriously affect their attacking depth and leadership on the pitch. At 36, Lewandowski himself finds his future at a crossroads. Those close to him insist that the striker remains calm, focused, and fully committed to the present project under Hansi Flick. For what it is worth, while the forward has reportedly turned down bigger offers in the past to stay at Barca, the situation has changed dramatically, both financially for the club and personally for the player. Barcelona are now weighing their options carefully. Selling Lewandowski could offer the club a crucial short-term boost, but his absence would leave a void that few in the current squad could fill. Araujo, Casado start in a 4-2-3-1, how Barcelona can line up against Elche. After Real Madrid's 4-0 win over Valencia, the pressure on Barcelona has intensified like never before this season. The Catalans now find themselves 7 points adrift of the league leaders, and with every game becoming a potential turning point, tonight's fixture against Elche has turned into a must-win encounter. Barcelona have been through a difficult run lately, suffering 3 defeats in their last 5 games, a sequence that has shaken confidence both in the dressing room and among supporters. However, history is on their side. The Blaugrana have won their last 10 matches against Elche and have never lost to them at home. The big boost for Flick comes in the form of returning stars Robert Lewandowski and Dani Olmo, both of whom rejoined training this week following injury layoffs. While the duo is expected to make the matchday squad, the manager will likely take a cautious approach, using them as substitutes rather than rushing them back into the starting 11. In goal, Wojciech Szczesny is expected to retain his place as Joan Garcia continues his recovery from a knee injury. The coaching staff do not want to risk the young Spaniard prematurely, especially with several key fixtures lined up in November. The defensive setup might see some adjustments. Jules Kounde remains the undisputed choice at right back, offering both stability and attacking support. At center back, Pau Cubarsí could be given a rest after spending most of this week in the gym rather than on the training pitch, though his absence is not injury-related. This opens the door for Ronald Araujo and Eric Garcia to form the central pairing. On the left flank, Alejandro Bald is set to continue, providing pace and width down the defensive line. Midfield. The midfield remains Flick's biggest concern, with Pedri sidelined for several weeks. Frenkie de Jong, one of the most reliable figures in the squad, will be expected to step up as the heartbeat of the midfield. Marc Casado, whose work rate and tactical awareness have impressed in recent weeks, could slot in beside him to provide balance. Further ahead, Fermin Lopez looks set to keep his place as the attacking midfielder. Dani Olmo, even if declared fit, will likely begin on the bench, gradually regaining rhythm after his spell out. In attack, Flick is likely to rely on the flair and dynamism of Lamine Yamal on the right flank. The teenager continues to impress with his maturity and technical brilliance. Marcus Rashford, currently riding a wave of confidence, will take up position on the left wing, while Ferran Torres could spearhead the attack in the absence of a fully fit Lewandowski. The veteran striker will be among the substitutes, with the coaching staff expected to give him limited minutes as he works his way back to full sharpness. For Barcelona, there is no margin for error. A slip-up tonight could widen the gap to Real Madrid even further, putting their title aspirations under serious threat. But with the return of key players, the Catalans will be eager to show they are far from out of the race. There you have it, Barca fans. Joan Garcia is making promising strides in his comeback, while the club weighs a tempting offer for Lewandowski that could reshape the squad mid-season. Meanwhile, the battle to close the gap on Real Madrid continues tonight against Elche, with key players returning but caution still in the air. What do you think? Should Barcelona sell Lewandowski in January or keep him fighting for the title? And how soon are you expecting Joan Garcia back in goal? Drop your thoughts below. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more exclusive Barcelona updates, injury news, and transfer stories.